That's on. That's on. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Fully Lacking Podcast, episode 30. Just a couple ADHD guys and their producer trying to get through life. I am your host, Drew. This is your host, Anthony. And behind the boards, behind the camera, the third leg to the tripod, we'd be nothing without our producer, Lisa. We are your Fully Lacking team. Episode 30. Flirty, thriving, baby. We made it to 30.
Do you think your 30s have been better than your 20s so far?
Dude, San Matizzi, dog, he's 7. You know what I mean? He's in 2nd grade. He's learning to eat coins. We should talk about that later, right?
That's fair.
And I bought a house. Like, I own a business. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, my 30s have been pretty cool. Yours? Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a mixed bag for me.
What's your, like, high-low?
All right.
Low?
I mean, low was getting divorced in the middle of COVID, you know? But my high was immediately after that, as a matter of fact.
Really?
Because getting out of that situation.
You started doing drugs.
Freedom.
Oh, freedom.
To do drugs. Just playing. Just playing.
Pause for drug addict edit. We're kidding. We'll leave it in there. He doesn't actually do drugs, so it makes it funnier. Yeah, I guess your low point would be divorce, right? The big D. That's tough. But you know what? Every now and then people gotta take that. They have to decide. And it looks like you decided, and you and that wonderful woman of a co-parent.
Yeah.
You guys have a brilliant setup. Other than that, though, the number 30 isn't the biggest number that we're talking about this week, even though it is episode 30 and that's big for us. I think the biggest number we're talking about is 47. 47, and if you don't understand what that is, it's the 47th president of the United States has been, I guess, officially at this time when you guys are watching this, has been officially crowned. And that was an uncomfortable political race. That's what I'll call it. I think that it was tough, and regardless what side you're on, right? Like, me and Anthony have views, some opposing, some in order with each other, but yeah, we're not going to dig too far into it, but I'm glad it's over. Regardless what way it was going, I was just excited that it was going to be over.
Dude, I'm so sick of the texts.
Oh my
my
God.
spam filter catches 80%, but there's still 20% goes through. Look, this reminds me.
Hey,
this is something.
Okay.
So I was chilling.
For the younger kids that are watching, chilling means hanging out with friends. Okay, continue.
I was alone, but I was chilling alone. But I was at home just watching some Suits, you know?
Yeah.
And I heard the doorbell ring, and I already knew what it was going to be about because it was election day, and because I hadn't voted. And so I knew they were hunting me down. Indeed, they were. And then they proceeded to knock very loud, which triggered the hell out of me. I can't stand it. And so I went and opened the door. It was a sweet old lady, but I was still like agitated.
Brolic a little bit.
Because at the end, she was like, I hope he didn't wake you up from a nap. It's like, no, I'm just grumpy because you're bothering. Like, in general, I didn't say that.
Oh, I was like,
in my head, I'm not a jerk like that. But I was mad, dude. What was that?
Nothing.
Okay.
I mean, you're a little bit of a jerk, a little bit.
Everyone's a little bit of a jerk.
Not me.
Not me.
Dang, so you kicked that lady? You told her to leave?
No, I just...
Why would you drop kick an old woman? If you too have been a victim of Anthony's... No, I'm just playing. Call the number. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was... I mean, that's been frustrating. But I think, additionally, all of the political process and like conversations up to this point, it's just tiring. And I think that's... I don't think we can really blame it on presidential candidates anymore. I think we're really carrying this momentum of divisiveness on our own.
Yeah, the vision is real. And I will say a couple things about this because I'm not going to get on a soapbox, but there's a couple things I want to point out. One, the House, the Senate, and the White House are all ran by the same party right now. It's all red. So if there's a to-do list that our president-elect actually is trying to get done, there's a really good chance that he will, which I think would be a great opportunity for either side, right, to try. It'll show the voters, it'll show the people who believe in whatever candidate you believe in when they're in a position to do it, that they do it. And so we'll see. The second thing that I want to talk about, and it blew my mind. I saw on social media the day after the election that it was like, this is your excuse to unfriend me, Trump 2024 or whatever. Or this is your excuse to unfriend me, Kamala Harris didn't win, but she's still my president. Like stuff like that. Like, here's a couple things. First of all, if somebody doesn't agree with you, it doesn't mean that they're the worst person in the world. I think that a huge problem within our country is the fact that you can't have opposing opinions. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me in that sense. And there was a conversation that I had with a person that I don't really know, but I was just moved to like comment on a status and be like, look, I'm not going to unfriend you because me and you voted for opposing sides. And I hope that you can find peace with that. The conversation that our country should be having is how to figure out how to allow both opinions, both ideas, both sides to co-parent this country.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Because I've compared it to very bad co-parenting. You go to one house, like no pun intended, and like one parent has the rules all the way this way, like all extreme. Then you go to the other parent and it's very lax. And you're going back and forth, and there's no stability.
What
there's
color
no
is
baseline.
the lax house?
We're not doing that.
I'm just kidding.
But I very much agree with
blue.
that take.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Pause for
Divisiveness.
Political. No.
And it's always the Reds who. Never mind.
I agree though. I think that there's people who have a vote for red. There's people who have a vote for blue. And they probably would agree with each other on a lot of matters. Look, it's hard to condone certain things that people have done in their past. And I think that that's the biggest thing with our current president-elect. Me and you, Lauda, and our partner Nancy had a pretty in-depth conversation for about an hour and a half about this. I think that it was cool to see how you reacted to me being like all ears. You know what I mean? Because like the one thing that I'm never going to deny somebody of is like educating me, you know, and I'm not too proud to be like, not put in your place, but like corrected, you know? And I think that those things are important for people to have. And there's no way everybody on one side or the other is going to have those abilities. They're not going to possess those traits, but man, if we were able to, cause that's a dream world, which we probably will never live in, but come on, dude, like, just treat each other like decently. You know what I mean? Like, you're good. You don't agree with that person? Like, all right, just like, you know, just move over there. They hang out over here.
At minimum, a dialogue to understand where they're coming from.
Yeah.
And even if it's terrible ideas that they have in place, you can try to understand, see if there's any common ground. And then at that point, but it really is, the divisiveness is just...
It's
so
dangerous.
far, what it does is there's no communication, so everyone doubles down on these extreme views further and further, and then we're just kind of stuck where we're at now.
Yeah.
But you know who's not stuck anymore? Transition.
Limestone.
Yeah.
That guy, that's boy Young Jeffrey's home, baby.
Yeah.
He's home. Time served and 15 years probation. They are setting him up for failure, but he's home. He's home. He's free. His first tweet definitely wasn't, we about to put pressure on these rap boys. Like, that definitely wasn't his first tweet. Listen, Thugger, we're happy you're home. King Slime, he's back in the building. I hope T.I. put some of that incredible vocabulary in his mind.
Expeditiously.
And, expeditiously on top of that. And, like, keeps him out. Because clearly, Jeffrey is a powerful person.
He's such an enigma. I mean,
it's crazy.
This dude was on a XXL cover with the dress on, while he was simultaneously, probably, allegedly, calling out hits.
Allegedly, for sure.
Allegedly coordinating major drug deals, like allegedly, but he's wearing a dress and he doesn't identify by a pronoun, like
the Barter 5.
That guy is just one of the most interesting characters in hip hop ever.
He also changed a lot of music. His impact was pretty significant to like a Futures and the sound and the style, and you know, T.I. freaking, I think seeing the impact that him being locked up had on like the hip hop community and like just like that entire world, it was actually really, I don't know, it was kind of cool. It was like, Young Thug is not just a rapper, right? Like people were writing for him, dude. And everybody turned on him. Like to see his closest friends like
His
saying,
brother?
"Oh yeah, this is what it is." Yeah. And then it turned out that like time served, he's getting out. For what, bro? Like why? Why? You guys literally told on this man and he had 15 years of his sentence suspended. He's on probo now.
It brought up interesting questions of like what snitching is, right?
Yeah.
Because there's always been this question of like, well, if you're like reporting the crime that someone else did but you weren't involved in, is it snitching?
Yeah.
Or if you know what I mean? And
it's simple as this. This is as simple as it can be. If you are a civilian, you call the police if you want. If you are affiliated, if you are in any type of street gang or whatever you would, define it as, it's world. Your word is in your pocket. If you're a civilian, it's different. Call the cops, whatever, dude. Like I also think that like that in itself has always hurt communities. Like I am of Mexican and I guess Spaniard descent, right? My mother was Mexican. My father was Hispanic. Our cultures have always had some sort of violent gang activity wrapped up into it. The biggest leader of it was because we were all very stricken with poverty, right? We lived in low income areas, whatever. This ideology, and I know I was raised around, the ideology of like, shoot first, ask questions later, and like cinches get stitches. Like, yeah. But if you ask one of these guys who's on death row, who's serving 7 consecutive life sentences, he's never going to see his kids grow up, I guarantee that person's going to be like, oh, this shit is bunk.
Or their gang doesn't even send them commissary or talk to them
Somebody's
anymore.
sleeping with his baby mama type stuff. It's like, it's crazy because, and this is not like a jab, like streets are streets, bro. Like that. I know I've been fortunate enough to see both sides and not come out unscathed, but come out. And I've decided what side I would prefer. I can't jump fences. I'm going to stay on this side. It's hard. I
no
can't
pun
run.
intended.
Yeah, well, there's all puns.
Those.
No, that was physically. I can't jump fences.
Yeah, okay.
It's really hard physically. But this is not a shot because sometimes that's just the life. That's the life you're offered. That's the life you have to work through. And all respect goes to the people who live it. But I know personally there's people that are deep in the trenches that truly want what's good for people. They want the youth to succeed. They don't want the youth to repeat their activities and their actions. And street shit is not cool. And they will tell you that 1 billion times over. This shit is not cool, son. This isn't trendy. People's lives are getting taken every day. People are going to prison. People are going in a box, either uptown or downtown. You know what I mean? And I think that to see like, and I know I'm kind of on a soapbox, but like, bro, it's tough. It's a tough situation because coming full circle, you're a civilian. You call the police. You're not tough. Call the police. You're scared. Call the police. If you're affiliated, bro. Like that's, unless you no longer that's the rules you live by. That's what a snitch is. If Jeffrey got told on by like the guy who worked at the 7-Eleven that heard his call, come on, civilian, bro. And that guy's probably still going to get hurt because of it, or allegedly, right? Those things are just tough. It's tough. I think that's why a lot of the times people just mind their own business. And if there wasn't violence, it's probably a lot easier to do that. But man, what they alleged that Jeffrey was involved in was almost unbelievable.
What's a RICO charge, bro? Like that's the biggest
what
of
do
like,
you mean?
or as organized crime charges.
Yeah, that's what they created it for, the mafia. And now it's like being used against rappers.
I mean, he's allegedly much more than just. I mean,
I know
he was as a street enterprise. You know what I mean?
But
from
so
what
many
I understand,
people got RICO'd. Like, look at 6ix9ine.
I mean, Sue Surf is a battle rapper. He's locked
Casanova?
up on RICO charges. Yeah, I mean it's a crazy.
Speaking of drafts, I want to do something else. We haven't done this in a while. Can we do something else?
Are we speaking of drafts?
No.
King of transitions over here.
Hey, listen, segues are weird, bro. Let me live. All right.
All right.
Listen, I would like to do a draft.
Okay.
A draft. And not the kind of draft that's coming up because we're so divided. Not that one.
Yikes.
I'd like to do a fast food draft. Fully lacking 2024 fast food draft. We're going to do three rounds. First, second, third, right? Top food from a bag. Anthony, I will let you start. Producer Lisa's going to be in on this too because she's very specific about her fast food.
Yeah.
And I will bring it round at the end. Round one, pick one.
Wendy's.
Okay.
The Baconator, Dave's Double, the chicken nuggets are solid. Their fries aren't exactly the best. They changed them up. I don't like to change. It was like 5 years ago or longer. I'm old. I don't know. But
They have big drinks.
they have big drinks. I'm not much of a drink person at fast food, so I leave that out of my criteria. But their burgers are second to none. I've been consistent for years. I can't tell you how many how many Dave's doubles I've had.
Well, fun fact, that was my first legal job, Wendy's. And I will say, it's never frozen.
Thanks, Drew.
Producer Lisa, round one, pick one. I know who it's going to be. 3, 2, 1, Chick-fil-A.
I was gonna say Chick-fil-A, but does
Chick-fil-A.
Starbucks count as fast food? Because
No.
you get a
No.
drink
No.
and food.
We're talking legit food, not fucking cake pops.
Not cake pops and fucking drinks.
Banana bread.
I had a sausage, egg, and cheddar sandwich today from there.
What was his
Let
name?
it go.
What was his name? You don't want to do it.
Chick-fil-A then.
Chick-fil-A.
What do you love about Chick-fil-A? Because we're not accepting Starbucks. Get that shit out of here.
Yeah, Starbucks isn't fast food. If you think Starbucks is fast food, put it in the comments.
And we're going to delete it because it's not legit.
Renee, it's you. You're the one that listens this far in.
And that's my
Sarge.
girl, okay?
Sarge is listening too. Sarge, if you think it's Starbucks is fast food, put it in the comments. All right.
Okay, Chick-fil-A.
What's your go-to at Chick-fil-A?
Spicy sandwich with 2 Chick-fil-A sauce for my fries and a Sunjoy.
All right. I don't know what half of that is because I get the
Sunjoy
same
is
thing
an
every
Arnold
time.
Palmer. I hate that she calls it a Sunjoy.
They call it a Sunjoy.
It's not a Chick-fil-A. Listen, that's God's chicken, but that's Arnold Palmer's drink, and you put some respect on it.
You're a big dog.
3, 2, 1. Taco Bell, baby.
Really?
First round, dog. Listen, I love Taco Bell. I know, oh, he's fat. I say in the comments, but there's nobody in there.
In your head?
Yeah, in
the
my
voices
head.
in your head?
The comment section of my brain is like, that fat mother. You know what I mean? I love
you
Taco
like
Bell.
that, yeah.
Little cheesy gordita crunch action. Little bean burrito, no red sauce or onions. But I will tell you this. A friend of mine, her name is Jessica. She used to work with us in Albuquerque at Farmers when I was there. Shout out to Jessica. She put me on, and you wouldn't like this. She put me on to no onions, add red sauce, and sour cream. It was fire, by the way. I like Taco Bell. Taco Bell was my first round draft pick, for sure. What's up? What were you going to say?
Your son hates Taco Bell.
Bro, can we talk real quick about San Mateo's action with Taco Bell the other day? So we're at our friend's house, and we had gone trick-or-treating, and so we wanted to order food. I spent $113 on Taco Bell, right? So we get the food, and everybody's eating, and I look, and San Mateo's not eating, right? What are you going to say, Producer Lisa?
I was going to say the trick-or-treater. They came to the door and asked
Son,
for candy.
We had turned off the light. There's no candy at this house. We were trick-or-treating. And Lisa opens the door, and they're like, do you have any candy? And then we're like, no. And at the same time, DoorDash had delivered the food. And they're like, well, can I have one of these tacos? Lisa gave them a taco.
Oh, man. That kid's entitled for the rest of his life.
That's what I'm saying.
The audacity.
I was even like, yo, give my fucking taco back. And they like scurried off. You know what I mean? But so San Mateo is sitting there not eating anything. And producer Lisa's like, you want to eat this taco? And he's like, I'll try it. Takes a bite, throws up. Let me
Like
say,
on the spot?
throws up. What? What? I was so... I'm mad right now. I'm so mad. Do you know how mad I was in that moment? And I couldn't do anything.
Was he Linda Blair for Halloween?
No, he was...
Yeah.
He was Armor from Minecraft. But
Gotcha.
And then a week later, he swallowed a quarter like it was nothing. A quarter. San Mateo is really interrupting this draft. Round 2, pick 2, Anthony, it's on you.
When the service is right, it's Carl's Jr. The star, the superstar,
You can keep that
delicious.
one. Yeah, he's good on
Fries,
that
delicious. When it's done right, Las Cruces doesn't do it right. It's turned me completely off to Carl's Jr.
Go ahead.
I would say Freddy's. I love Freddy's. You don't like
I'm
it?
just never full.
Smash
after.
Burger's wild. Hey, let's upcharge you for a smaller burger.
Yeah.
How about not? Your double is the size of half a regular burger.
That's a solid point. That's why I'm never full when I eat there.
It's why they have really good fries. I like their fry sauce.
Their sauce
but
is good.
I'm not going there because of the burgers alone.
Their shakes are good too. Their shakes are good.
My tummy's small, so
Mine's not. My second pick, easy. It's a no-brainer. Burger King. Best fries in the game, I think, honestly.
It's a wild take. Not that I would say it's a wild take, but McDonald's lovers are revolting right now.
I'm not saying McDonald's doesn't have great fries, but Burger King's fries when they're fucking hot, when they're fresh,
I like Burger King's fries.
game changer. Yeah, McDonald's. I'm a Whopper guy. I like Whoppers. I like their little chicken fingers. I like their chicken from there. Lisa gets the chicken fries with barbecue sauce. I once gave San Mateo a burger with mustard in it. I made him idiot too. He was like, "There's mustard in here." I was like, "Well, pretend that there's not."
And then we're surprised he throws up food on site.
He ate it. He enjoyed it too. So I don't. All right, this is the last round of this draft. It's been a long draft. There's been a lot of conversation during it. It's okay.
I got a hot take from a third one.
Anthony, round 3, pick 3.
For the past couple of weeks, I've had some cravings.
Ooh, you pregger?
It might be. And it's not yours. Anywho,
Yeah.
some cravings for some specific sandwiches with a specific sauce. It's a lot of S's for a guy with a list, but it's what it is. Arby's melts with cheddar and Arby's sauce are bar none the best little sandwich.
Okay. Wow. There's not even anything to say. They have good curly fries.
I'm not even a fan of their curly fries. I'm not a fan of anything else on the menu. They could just sell Arby's melts and Arby's sauce, and I would go there every day.
Our boy Twinkle Toes used to eat at Arby's constantly. That's crazy. Anyways. All right. Producer Lisa, round 3, pick 3. What is it?
I'm gonna go with Jersey Mike's.
Dude, I've seen you eat there once.
We've eaten there since it opened.
Twice.
No,
3 times.
It's not more than 10.
not more than 10.
It's probably not more than 5. And that's your third favorite?
Yeah, it's really
That's
good.
crazy.
Okay.
I've never had it, so.
I'm going to say something and you guys are going to be like, oh, what? Why didn't I? I know it. So go and get your shit off. What's your favorite thing from Jersey Mike's?
The Italian sub.
Italian subs are good.
Subs
Yeah.
in the tub are cool there too.
Yeah.
It's in the tub. Pick 3. Whataburger, baby. What do you guys think I was going to say?
In and out.
Oh no, I thought he was gonna say Canes just
Or
because we just had
Whataburger.
it.
Canes is crazy.
Yeah, no.
Have that on any top list.
Chicken's bland.
Dry
The sauce
plain
is good,
chicken.
though. Sauce is good.
Okay.
Whataburger.
I should have said whatever.
Whataburger. It almost trumps any fast food burger. It definitely trumps In and Out.
It's sacrilegious in New Mexico because of
And
Blake's.
Texas.
No, in Texas, it's
Oh no,
it's
you're
king.
right. It is sacrilegious.
But
in New
here,
Mexico.
you're
yeah,
supposed to
but
go with
Whataburger
Blake's.
sold, and it's different now, and so I think that they've changed things.
It's delicious.
Whataburger or Whataburger?
Whataburger.
Whataburger. Yeah. I call it Whataburger. I don't know if you're supposed to pronounce it that way, but
Yeah, and in my school, they taught me to say what as what and not what. Hey, what are you doing? That's definitely
I
like
think it's
Foodpeño.
Whataburger. They don't say Whataburger. They say Whataburger
Where?
on the commercial.
I've never seen a commercial.
Producer Lisa, pull up a commercial.
What's your favorite? Let's wrap this up. What's your
Green
favorite
chili
burger?
double.
It's solid.
Solid with the white cheese on there. Ugh. Sometimes you put it on Texas toast, it'll change your life.
It's good stuff.
They have huge drinks too. Their large is like fuck. It's a lot. It's a lot. Dang.
I mean, those burgers are life changing, but there's other things that can be life changing for us.
Like what?
It's hard for me to talk about.
Oh man, it's following us on socials.
It's following us on socials.
Why aren't you already? Why do you have to listen? Me and you, right here. Hold on. Why you gotta make it weird, bro? Just follow us. Follow us. We're not even gonna call the cops.
Just don't like the video and move on. Just hit the little follow. Hit the subscribe. There's probably approximately 1.5 people watching at this point.
Yeah.
And you probably already have done it. But in case you made it, you can follow us on the gram.
Gramsies.
You could follow us on TikTok.
Talkie tick.
You could follow us on Facebook.
Page of
Almost
faces.
dropped the ball there. And ring a ding dong the bell
Ding
on
dong,
YouTube
Ding, the ding, ding,
to
ding,
full circle
dong.
to Snoop Dogg, right?
Yeah.
And subscribe, comment, like, adore.
It's the holiday spirit. It's a season of giving.
It's all I want for Christmas.
Give us followers. Make us feel important.
Our narcissism needs it.
Fully lacking, baby.